I know personally, even bigger than the people you've heard on this show, by orders of magnitude, as big as it gets in Hollywood, as big as it gets in rock and roll. And they're smart, but they just go, I don't believe I can affect change, and it's too big, and they're mainly focused on their own hobbies. They know a lot of what I'm saying is true, but they just say there's nothing we can do. Or we'll see what happens, I'm glad you're there. But then I talked to the head of a major, Big Five bank in confidence on an airplane in first class for 3 hours. And he said, well, I know you're somebody that keeps confidences. You want to really talk? Laughing at me. And he said, the public will adapt to being slaves. You always thought of evolution, and I mean that in the sense of like cars evolve, folks, or ideas evolve. You always think of social evolution as something better. We think of it as something worse. And you will lose. Humanity has failed. And it was like I was talking to a space alien. His hair was perfect. His skin was perfect. Looked like he was 65 years old. His suit was perfect when he got up. He put his trench coat on. It was perfectly put on. And he just sat there with his briefcase under his arm and just laughed at me, looking me up and down when he walked off the plane. He was a general, and he was telling me, you have failed. He was a general of evil. And that bank supports open borders and gun control and everything else. And they want to bring down Russia. Well, let me tell you, you want to bring down Russia? Everything you do is evil. I'm against you. You want my guns? I can intellectually show why it's bad to turn my guns in, but I'm just automatically, no, I'm not turning my guns in. You want fake environmental groups to take private property away? I'm automatically against it. You want me to eat GMO? I'm automatically against it. You want open borders? I'm automatically against it. It's real simple. You're for it, I'm against it. Real simple, default. Because you fundamentally are malfunctioning and are mentally ill to sit here and tell me that humanity has failed, humanity is over, and given up on everything. And you think you're going to get ahead by screwing everyone over and not giving them the tricks and not telling them the inside baseball and not telling them how the rabbit got pulled out of the hat? And then when they don't know and you've screwed them up from birth with weaponized television, you point your finger at them and say, look, they're a failure. That's all going to blow back on you and your family, and already has. And these guys don't even care about their kids. They'll have 5 kids and hope one of them turns out okay to run the empire. That's how the elite does it. You go out and you have 5, 6, 7 kids. You just throw them out there into boarding schools and prep schools, and whichever one's the meanest and the smartest, you make the head of the empire, and then you don't even talk to the other ones. Because, I mean, I'm able to run with the elite if I want to, and I've been around it, and I've seen it, folks, and it is the most cold-blooded, inhuman crap I have ever seen in my life. What do you think British royalty does? They don't even meet with most of the kids. They'll pick 1 or maybe 2 to run the show. And then they do that again like vampires, like head vampires, choosing the next head vampire. I will not be part of all this. And for all of you out there that want to be naive and say, oh, there's no New World Order, and want to buy into that mind control, hey, that's your problem, okay? I'm going to go to break and come back with AJ in Ohio and James and Darlene and others. We're going to go to all of you coming up. Briefly, ladies and gentlemen, we have a limited supply of the new silver bullet colloidal silver. The first batch came in. Certain number of thousands of bottles sold out in a month. Took us 2.5 months to get more of it in. It is the most powerful colloidal silver we could find from the most reputable laboratory in the country, and they don't even make it this strong. We said we want to go to the next level, and it's only $19.95. That's about half the price of silver, even close to this. That's what InfoWarsLife.com is about. It's about going over the top. We have nutraceuticals coming out next week, ladies and gentlemen, that similar formulas are $300 a bottle. Ours is going to be a fraction of that, and will change the industry forever if we're able to explain to people just how good a deal this is. Nutraceuticals, folks. Patented, certified stuff where we've got to pay $40 for one ingredient. You understand how powerful it is? We're coming out with something next week. The point is, the X2 iodine, there's nothing like it. It's incredible. Check it out, InfoWarsLife.com. The Silver Bullet, nothing like it. Get your bottle before it sells out, InfoWarsLife.com. The Lung Cleanse, nothing like it. Get yours at InfoWarsLife.com. The Super Male Vitality at InfoWarsLife.com, nothing like it. The Super Female Vitality, nothing like it. And even better, it funds savage, hardcore, pro-liberty information warfare, InfoWars.com. Get your supply today.
Are you happy doing your laundry with perfume detergents that irritate your skin? Are you happy washing your hands with stinking fragrances that gives your skin rashes? Are you happy paying new, higher prices for smaller boxes? Find your happiness today with our 1 to 4 year supply of pure soaps or our 1 to 2 month sampler with bar soap, shampoo, laundry, and dish soap at 5starsoap.com. You deserve the best. Happiness is 5starsoap.com.
We the people grow cotton, weave fabric, engrave ink, embed strips and fibers to protect from counterfeit and carting to a private bank, having it lent back at interest, forcing taxes to service debt. This capitalism, or was Jefferson correct when stating a central bank issuing the public currency is a greater menace to the liberties of the people than a standing army? Ted Anderson, I'm placing a free silver dollar in a book that explains our monetary system. Call for your copy, 800-686-2237. It's time to understand the system. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
What good is a Big Berkey water filter?
We get that question a lot here at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. And in a word, the answer is protection. Protection from water main breaks, E. coli contamination, environmental chemical spills, pesticide runoff, chlorine taste and smell, and all forms of fluoride. Plus, Big Berkey water filters are the original gravity water filter system and most trusted on the market for a reason. Tested by multiple independent NSF EPA certified labs, they are the gold standard in water purification. At only 1.7 cents a gallon, a single set of filters can last for 5 to 10 years. That means big savings. Big Berkey, the one that's powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get a Big Berkey today at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. GCN listeners receive 5% off all ceramic filter systems. Visit our website or call 1-877-99-BERKEY. That's 877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
Hi, folks. Alex Jones here with some important information. I want to tell you about Matt Redhawk and his team of patriots over at My Patriot Supply. Several years ago, Matt was sitting in his 2-bedroom apartment, frustrated with the direction this country was headed and the charlatans willing to sell us out for a quick buck. Deciding to take action, a company run by patriots for patriots was born. My Patriot Supply has never taken a loan or accepted outside funding. They now operate 2 distribution facilities and employ over 50 hardworking American men and women. It is rare to find companies who practice what they preach. And that's why I stock my pantry with high-quality storable foods from My Patriot Supply. Go to mypatriotsupply.com/Alex today for special offers on emergency food storage, or call their preparedness specialist at 866-229-0927. That's 866-229-0927. Do business with someone who shares your values. mypatriotsupply.com/Alex.
Get the most important package of information you'll ever receive in your life for only $10. The package includes 3 books and 7 DVD programs which cover biblical miracles and prophecy. The Shroud of Turin, The Third Secret of Fatima, What Really Happened to the Catholic Church, and more. Call 800-513-0029. That's 800-513-0029. Or go to VaticanCatholic.com. That's VaticanCatholic.com. 800-513-0029. VaticanCatholic.com.
This is Dan Pilla. Do you owe the IRS money you can't pay? Are tax debts crippling you? I've defended people from the IRS for over 30 years. I've helped thousands, and I can help you too. I wrote the book on IRS settlement, and I'm telling you, there's no such thing as a hopeless case. Call 800-34-NO-TAX to finally get free of IRS debt. With the IRS's new programs, there's never been a better time to solve your problem. Call 800-34-NO-TAX. That's 800-34-NO-TAX, or my website, danpilla.com.
I went in that whole rant earlier. Alex Jones back live, folks, who just joined us, about why I'm against attacking Russia. The West is trying to overthrow the Russian government. The West is trying to put horrible new governments in. The prime minister just stepped down, and he's got all these Nazi ties, and that government's collapsing. They destabilize that country. That's immoral. That's not America's job, and it's not America doing it. It's American money doing it, and then it's in our name. There aren't many countries left that aren't under globalist control, and they're like firewalls. Once the globalists get full control, there's nowhere for Edward Snowden to run. I wish Guatemala was a free, beautiful country. I wish Nigeria was a free, beautiful country. I wish if there was a country of freedom-loving people that were with low crime and were happy, I wouldn't care if they were all brown. If I was a young man, I'd move there and marry a brown woman and have little brown kids if it was a free country. But it's not, ladies and gentlemen. Those places don't exist anymore. And Europe's becoming a tyranny. The whole world is falling to third world evil. And what is third world evil? It's colonialism. It's centralized control. It's barbarism, just like Europe was before the Renaissance. Freedom has been so rare. The Renaissance wasn't perfect, but it was better than what was there before 550 years ago. I want Renaissance. I want freedom. I want local shops, local businesses. I want local factories. I want decentralization. Everything the globalists sell is poverty and fraud down the road. You may get wealthy from it for a season, but the wages of the New World Order is serfdom. Let's go to AJ in Ohio. Thanks for holding. You're on the air worldwide.
Thank you for taking my call, Alex. I want Renaissance and freedom as well. The reason I'm calling, I just had two quick comments. The first one is, as you always say, you have about a 95% accuracy rating. I'd say it's more like 98. However, I think you're kind of wrong about one thing this morning, and that is that they're going to vote to take our guns. But see, I've been studying this for about 8 years now, and I started listening to you about 3 years ago. I think God kind of put you in my path, and I think
there's a lot of way they're going after the guns. They're going to use bureaucracy. They're going to designate everybody as mentally ill. They're going to prohibit the firearms themselves and the manufacturers. They're going to ban them at the state level. I mean, there's a cocktail of ways they're going after the guns. Executive orders, banning importation. Okay, well, what do you think? How am I wrong?
I think the way that it's going to unfold is this. Okay, they're bringing in all the illegals and everything like that. And we all know that they're going to implode the economy. But I think the end game is this. Once the economy implodes, they're going to bring in the UN, and then it's going to be martial law. And at that point, they're not going to need the votes because UN is going to make the rules.
No, I agree with you. Or they'll nuke a city, and Obama says that's his main fear. Remember, I said the globalists are not below detonating a nuke and killing 200,000 people and radiating 5 million or 10 million to bring in total control. And everything they're doing is a huge preparation for that. And so, yeah, it's a collapsing Southwest. Nuke goes off in D.C., takes out a bunch of Congress. The globalists might even take out Obama and then make him some saint. I'm telling you, we're in deep. I mean, can't you just feel the fact that the National Security Council and the globalists are just looking at all the scenarios to screw us over? They don't want to miss this opportunity to take over. And they know people are waking up to them. Man, I tell you, I can just feel it. I can feel it. I mean, we're in grave danger.
We are, and I believe that right there, what you said, the nuke going off in the city, I believe that that's what they're going to do when it gets to the situation when the UN takes over and it turns to revolution in this state. That's how, or in this country. That's
they're going to set nukes off and say the Patriots did it. U.S. Army soldiers following the George Washington Brigade hit D.C. with a 5-megaton low yield, taking out most of Congress during the State of the Union. I-4 forces striking back with the new Republic of Freedom, together with our allies from the South, are moving in on the bases that have broken away in the coup. I'm telling you, the sky's the limit. And there could be a double cross. I don't think it'll be Russia. They're massing Chinese troops and built the Chinese port in southern Mexico on the Pacific side. They're going to run a whole Chinese army right in here. And that's come out in federal documents. And then I see the whole thing, everything that old CIA and FBI and Army officers told me when I was first on air, and I thought these guys were all nuts, even though they were who they said they were. It's really the plan. They're really going to break this country. And I mean, it's just so hellish. They plan on just getting rid of this country. I'm telling you, folks, they're going to just get rid of us in the New World Order. And the average idiot out there has no idea I'm not trying to scare them right now.
That's the funny thing that you should talk about the average idiot, because my second comment was this. I constantly am putting out, I write my own articles and things like that. I'm a writer. So I've been putting things out on Facebook, trying to wake up all the people that I know, all my friends and everything like that. And, of course, if it's not about kittens or, you know, I'm so West Side or whatever the things that they're doing now, it doesn't make a difference to them. So
because they're trendy and they're ready to be destroyed. They want to be slaves, and FEMA's building camps for them. Dr. Steve Pieczenik's coming up.
We're on the mark.